want to press charge. He want to press charge.
How'd you touch the player?
I chill, huh? He hit me. He hit me. I got it on camera. I got a case. I got it on camera. Big dog. I got a case. Accept. I got a case. I got it on camera. I got a case. Send that to me, big dog, right now. I got it.
All right, so before I start this video, that Phillips dude is a straight liar. That Shaq Lawson dude is a straight liar. They lied and say they was talking about family, the Eagles fans, this and that. And that wasn't the case. Why you had to lie? Why you gotta lie, man? Look, it's all good. You got heckled, you lost, you got mad, and then the fan kept pointing at you. It is what it is. The Phillip dude was probably so mad that he started playing dirty out there. You see the clips that I'm playing as I speak? He was playing dirty out there and still lost. He still lost. In my opinion, the fan did his job, got under the Bills' skin, and they start playing emotional and lost. And shout out to the security guard that did not kick that fan out because he did nothing wrong. But I want to hear the national media talk about this and call those dudes out. Hope you guys enjoy this video. This is Eagle Al, and today I will be talking about Lane Johnson. Look like he's going to be good to go against the 49ers. Also, we're going to talk about Shaq Leonard. He actually left Dallas with no deal, so he's coming to Philadelphia to visit. Doesn't mean that we're going to automatically get him, but come on, we're talking about how we freaking Roseman. And lastly, we're going to talk about Deebo Samuels. He's still talking junk about James Bradbury and how James Bradbury is trash. He didn't really respond to how I saw on Reddit because he don't want that smoke. But let's get straight into it. All right, so let's get straight into it, man. Let's talk about Lane Johnson. Lane Johnson look like he's pushing to go against the 49ers, and the reporter had to say this about Lane Johnson. Lane Johnson told me that he's feeling good and he feels like he will be ready for this Sunday's game against the 49ers. He said he popped some scar tissue in his groin from last year, which is why he's not active against the Bills. So, okay. So it sounds like he will be back. I know Derek Gunn broke it down really good. He said something in a matter of, it's something like what Sewell Petta had, and he had to miss a game. It's nothing too serious. And right now, I know Lane Johnson is listed day to day, but we're going to need Lane Johnson out there. As much as I hate the 49ers, I can't lie. They got a defensive line, especially the edges. We already know they got a former guy, Javon Hargrave. Then you go, Armstead. Then you go Chase Young. Then you go Nick Bosa. Like, they got guys there. And, you know, you don't want Jack Driscoll versus Nick Bosa or Chase Young. Don't want them, man. So we can definitely win this game, especially with Lane Johnson, and it increases our chances of winning this game with Lane Johnson. Even though I went back and watched the tape, I think I was a little hard on Jack Driscoll. To be honest, he had a decent game. Yes, that first quarter sticks out like a sore thumb, but overall, especially with the chips they were sending with Jack Stoll, Driscoll did decent. Now, see our future? No, I won't go that far. But he was decent. You know, he held up his own, especially with a good defensive line like the Buffalo Bills. And I just don't want to test that again against the 49ers. We need Lane out there. So it's good to hear Lane. It's basically pushing to go. We already know Dallas Goedert is pushing to go. So, yeah, man, shout out to Lane Johnson for being tough. All right, so let's talk about somebody I want to be an Eagle before that Dallas Cowboys game, and who we both are bidding for is Shaq Leonard. So Shaq Leonard, he was with the Cowboys, or at the Cowboys facility, I should say, and he left there I could say with no deal. You know, they worked them out and they saying it was successful. They say it was successful, but he said he's still gonna weigh his options, go to Philadelphia. I believe Howie don't let him go on a plane back to Dallas. I think Howie offer up a good deal and he will be a Philadelphia Eagle. I believe he will. Look, Zach Cunningham might miss some time. He got a hamstring injury. At this point, we need him. And even my last video too, I was a little hard on Kristen Ellis. He had some misreads here and there. Yes, he did. But Kristen Ellis was decent. But you got to think about it. Now you're down to Kristen Ellis and Nicholas Murrow. But who is the backup for them? Ben Van Summeren. Now that's when we start getting thin. Now you got to start possibly playing safeties at linebacker, like a Sidney Brown or something like that, because we'll be so thin. So we definitely need a linebacker. And to steal one of his caliber, Shaq Leonard, even if he's not the all pro, if he's just a solid good linebacker until Zach Cunningham come back, that will be cool. But man, we need him more than ever, because you remember we was out for Anthony Barr, you know, and then Barr decided to sign with the Vikings because his opportunity was bigger. Vikings, you know, he was there for most of his career and he knows the city and the team. Now Shaq Leonard, he don't really know the city, don't really know the team, but he do know Nick Sirianni. He know Nick Sirianni. So we've got that edge over him, and we're a more organized organization than the Cowboys. So Cowboys got more cap space, but they cheap. And I'm pretty sure Howard's going to figure out something. And I will say this. The linebacker will be signed to our active roster because we did waive Josiah Scott. So that opens up a roster spot. And I believe that will be a linebacker spot. I know some people theory is that it might go to Justin Evans. We will see about that. But I think it's for a linebacker. Linebacker will be signed to the active roster. If not both, Ben Van Summeren, because that was his third time being elevated. After 3 times, that at least signed him to the active roster, or they let them walk freely. It's something like that. Trust me, I don't know all the rules. But I know after being activated 3 times, usually the guy gets elevated to the active roster, like a Britton Covey, for example. So we will have a linebacker on our active roster. I will say that for sure. But yeah, let's talk about Deebo. All right, so Deebo is still talking junk. He tripled down on the James Bradberry disrespect. But let me go ahead and play this clip.
What is the cause of the you and Bradberry thing, if you could explain it in terms I can understand? Like, was there a moment on the field?
No, it wasn't necessarily a moment of the field. We was just talking ball and, said what I said and, and they dragged it on or whatever, but whatever the case may be. But it's kind of like I stated yesterday, like, at the end of the day, like I said it, yeah, I said it, but I don't regret it.
Now, obviously, you heard Hassan Reddick. I heard boo-hoos. I saw that. I don't know if he's talking. I don't know who he's talking to, the boo-hoos and all of that. But I do want to ask you. And here's the quote: "Talk is cheap. They get to come back into the link. It was a lot of boo-hoos last year, a lot of crying, a lot of what ifs, a lot of this, a lot of that. They get a chance to come back in here, line that shit up, and prove it again." So, I mean, boo-hoos, Deebo?
Hey man, we'll catch you on Sunday.
Is this one of those? Is this one of those where you see Shanahan and you say, "Yo, give me a chance to chip number 7 on this next play"?
No, I don't play that type of game.
You don't want to block Hassan?
Nah, whatever. I mean, whatever Cal asks me to do, I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna go to him and be like, "Yo, let me chip this guy" or anything like that. Nah.
I feel like you asked for the ball though. This isn't one of those where you're like, "Hey."
I'm not a guy that go in there.
I'm
not a guy that go in there and ask for the ball either. Like, I think Cal knows his personnel and he knows, what all his players are capable of, and he do a great job of sharing.
Deebo, it's funny that you say that. We keep going on and on about it, but I don't really hear any Eagles player talking about this game at all. If they ask, they don't go into detail. They don't say a player is trash or this team is trash. They just say, like, we'll see them again. And like Hassan Reddick said, y'all healthy, we healthy. Let's line that ass up. Let's line it up. And Deebo had to say a bunch about James Bradbury, but when it came to Hassan Reddick, we'll see them Sunday. We'll see them Sunday. He ain't want that smoke. And my thing is, he don't want to get that man too mad. The guy that's chasing his quarterback, he know what happened when he got to your quarterback. I'm just saying, I don't wish injury on nobody, but football is football. We got to your quarterback, he got hurt. It is what it is. Then y'all got blown out. That simply got blown out. So don't get that dude too mad. I feel you, Deebo. You don't want to get Hassan Reddick too mad. You really don't. So, yeah, I can't wait till Sunday. And again, usually I would still be talking about the Bills right now and what we did and what we missed. But this game, the atmosphere is so high. The energy towards this game so high. I had to get straight to it on the Tuesday. Now it's a Wednesday. And hey man, what do you think? How do you feel about the news today? How do you feel about Lane Johnson coming back? How do you feel about Shaq Leonard? How do you feel about all the news, man? But this is Eagle Al, man. I'm a